We are living in the most astonishing of times when we are beginning to feel and experience that we are much more than flesh, bones and blood, that we are, in fact, multidimensional cosmic beings. A great energetic shift is taking place, one that is opening up to us the entirety of the universe. We begin to realize that there are aspects of ourselves that are not just in physical form on earth, but that sit in other dimensions, a higher or soul self. Dimensions in time and space are beginning to overlap as the solar system ascends to a higher energetic resonance. At a human level, we find that our relationship with energy is changing, and we begin to realize that we are part of a great connected web of consciousness. Soul bonds are renewed as people of like vibration begin to resonate together. As one, we begin to unite with our higher selves, and so anchor heaven on earth, bringing to birth a new and higher humanity. If ever there was a time for courage amidst chaos, it is now, for this higher way requires us to open to the universe, open our heart centers, and out of our free will live our earthly lives through love. Every universal law is founded upon unconditional love, and we are being asked to align our individual resonance with the essence of the universe. We can do this by drawing into ourselves those higher aspects of the self that have previously sat detached in other dimensions. They are moving ever closer, enabling an exciting union to take place, a quantum leap forward in our consciousness. Our first task is to clear out all the anxieties which have taken possession of our lives and create a center of inner stillness. This is the first object of all meditation. First, become quite still physically, with spine erect, and check through your body to see that you are not tensing brow, jaw, neck, shoulders, hands, or legs. Enter the inner chapel and sweep out the cobwebs and drive out those disturbing thoughts. Quietly watch the breathing rhythm and note how it gets ever more gentle until you are in an absolute inner stillness. You may feel that you are, in a sense, being breathed by the universe. It is as if your heart is breathing, and you can, in your imaginative experience, inhale spiritual light down to the crown of the head, impregnating the body, filling the heart, to be breathed out in love for all being. You have created something that was not there before, a protected center or chamber of stillness and tranquility. It is like a cathode ray, a vacuum, which begins to glow when an electric charge is passed through it. You have, in the surrounding psychic field, made a glowing point of stillness, defended against attack by the dark and lower emotions. In time, the alarms and fears are just not there anymore, and one begins actively to experience the qualities or attributes of the higher self, which are basically stillness, tranquility, courage, love, gentleness, and joy. A variant in this imagination is to see yourself as a chalice, or in a chalice, like an open flower. You are a point of consciousness in this flower, opened up to receive the light of the spiritual sun streaming down from the higher worlds. Bask in that sunlight. Every fibre of your being can be impregnated by the light. Just as there can be no more darkness in the room when we turn on the light, so the dark and negative emotions of the lower self cannot enter at the same time as the positive attributes of the higher self. These are the negative, time-ridden emotions of the lower self. And since mankind possesses the faculty of looking before and after, he will be hounded by remorse and anxiety and self-pity. The animals, of course, do not suffer in this way. But as human beings, we are bedeviled by such emotions, and meditation is a way of lifting above them. Lift this chalice of the self until it floats like a water lily on the surface of the psychic atmosphere of the earth. See the blue heavens above. We are lifted into stillness out of time. We are touching the eternal in ourselves. We have indeed become an intersection point of the timeless with time, and we are discovering an inner experience, our real being, our higher self, a self which is free from the ravages of time-ridden thinking. We are then sounding positive soul attributes within ourselves. We are reaching up towards the spiritual worlds. We are creating by our own initiative the attribute of tranquility within the heart, and thus expelling anxiety. Against all odds, we can sound courage in the heart. We begin to discover that great truth known to the Greeks. Man, know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe. We begin to sense what this means. Sitting in that cocoon in the early hours when all is still before the dawn. Our body is warmed. Our body is forgotten. The worries are dispersed, and we are open to the penetration of light and can begin to sound the qualities in the heart. Wisdom, strength can all be accessed when invoked.